A video of him showing off his reading skills caught the world's attention when it went viral, and now 3-year-old Lethukuthula Bengu has been recognized as the youngest African child raider. The smart toddler from Soweto, Johannesburg, recently became a fan favorite at the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards 2023, surpassing the likes of Anil Ndoda's son Aloki, Siba Bagopa, son of stylist Shipi Vandla, and young DJ Arch Jr. Lethu's father, Fikiso Masua, 27, says his daughter was particularly excited when she posed with a model airship trophy at awards viewing party at Rosebank Mall, where the main event was broadcast live from US. His mother, Nthombikes Bengu, and I are also extremely happy that he won the award, says Fikiso. We campaigned very hard for this, and now he is the youngest person to win this award. He says the real prize with Lethu's name on it will come from the USA in a few months. You were very surprised when we met Lethu at his house last year. Reading cards and books were scattered around him as he sat on mat in the middle of living room. The little girl took a reading card and carefully pronounced each letter. Lethanana's one sound per letter at a time. A big thank you to everyone who voted for Lethu. Tabetsa, Mistro and Sean Music and Ftiers, I have gum on my head, he reads. Well done, Lethu, says her mother. It would have been impressive enough if it had been in grade 1, but the toddler was only 2 years old, an age when many children learn to speak in full sentences. Still, little Lethu could speak simple words, count to 20, and name most shapes. The baby became an internet sensation after a TikTok video she read in April went viral and garnered 3 million likes. Mother Nthombikes opened an Instagram account when her daughter was 3 months old and joined TikTok in December last year, sharing Lethu's extraordinary talent with the world. Lethanana's reading Chapter 1 book. Part 2 Lethu will answer questions about what he has read. Publishing Part 2 right after that. Original sound, I started teaching him letter sounds around January. In February I taught him the words, and then in April he read his first book, says Nthombikes. Nthombikes Fikiso are working together to create content for Lethu on Instagram, and TikTok has amassed 924,000 followers under the username Lethananas. They are passionate about early childhood education. They founded Mini Brainiacs, a company that sells educational materials such as reading cards, counting cards, books, and puzzles. And their cute daughter is their company's biggest draw card. Although the couple knew that their child was intelligent, they did not think that he would rise on social media. Our niche in social media has always been the education of young children, Nthombikes says. But when our followers saw him read a sentence, our account grew and more people learned about him this year. Nthombikes says she thinks Lethu is getting so much attention because learning to read is hard even for older kids, and it's shocking that a 2-year-old can do it so easily. I think people undermine kids, they're very smart. If dance when see their father dancing, or if can say certain words when hear their parents say, then do other things geared towards older children. Lethu was just 16 months old when his parents started teaching him about the world around him. They wanted him to show whatever part they called out, starting with the human body. From there, Lethu started learning to identify, draw different shapes, and then learned to recognize colors, hold a pencil. We always taught him something and bought him educational toys and materials, Nthombikes says. He took things step further when he saw Lethu's cousin play game on his phone that required him to match word to corresponding picture. After playing that game a few times, I took those words, wrote them down on paper, and taught him to read. He was able to recognize them even when he saw them in a book, he says. Then I researched how to teach children to read. At first I wrote 3-letter words and he was able to memorize it in 10 minutes. But then I realized that this method is not effective because there are too many words in the English dictionary. Lethu was remembering the appearance of words rather than actually reading them, so his mother started teaching him phonetics, or the sound of letters. Lethu already knew the alphabet, so he quickly started voicing the letters. Ntombike started him with 3-letter words like cat, then moved on to 4-letter words and then sentences, and he is now an avid reader. Ntombike always encourages her daughter to sound out letters of the words before reading whole word. Back then, Letho had read 4 or 5 books, but her mother says it's hard to find books for kids who are just learning to read. For example, some books have the word search, which is too advanced for a 2-year-old, she says. I'm pretty sure I don't want him to read words where a letter has a different sound than he's used to. For example, the letter E has an E sound, but it can also sound like E in words like she. Letho is an ordinary kid who likes to make people laugh when he's not reading his favorite book, Letterland, table. She watches her favorite cartoons Moshe and the bear Cocomelon. His family is dedicated to giving him a good education. Letho does not attend kindergarten, but his family believes they have provided a good foundation for him to start school. Ntombike is passionate about giving her daughter the best possible education. I went to a public school with low teacher participation and poor quality education, she says. Classroom windows would be broken and there would be constant protests. I want Letho to get a quality education, not for my pockets, but for the effort I can put into his education. Letho's smart comes from stock. His mother has a bachelor's degree chemistry, honors in material science, and a master's degree chemical engineering. She also recently wrote a children's book called Pam and the Cat She. Her father is a web designer, CEO of Mini Brainiacs, and is studying for a Bachelor of Arts degree at Wits University. The schools that Fikiso and I went to deprived us of a lot of things, says Ntombike. A lot of people grow up thinking they're not intelligent, but it might just be their environment and circumstances. So our message to parents is that they need to create a healthy environment for their little ones and ensure they grow up well. Despite Letho's obvious intelligence, his parents don't pressure him to do anything. All they want is for her to be the best she can be and give her the tools to get there. We want her to know what she wants and to choose freely, says Ntombike. We want her to make conscious choices, be confident and not walk into a room and feel scared or humiliated. Most importantly, we want him to know that he is loved.